PC over IP Ultra. These are our latest protocol enhancements that we've been working on to really bring the performance and efficiency of Teradici's PC2IP protocol up several notches. So as you can see, we've actually increased the pixel rate by 4x to take advantage of some of the modern AVX2 instruction sets, working with partners to deliver a really great experience on premises or in the public cloud. So what we've got demoing here at the booth is a couple things. We've got Media Composer running in the cloud. This session is actually using our latest PC2IP Ultra protocol enhancements. So Media Composer can now be run virtually in a virtual studio and getting really high frame rates, really great experience for broadcast and editorial workloads. All of this is running remotely. We've got a few sessions here at Teradici and working with many of our partners, Microsoft, Google, AWS, Qumulo. We're showing demos with Bebop, Gray Meta, lots of different partners here at the NAB Show.
Welcome to the Dell Technologies booth here at NAB 2019. We're looking at an array of end-to-end media and entertainment solutions encompassing client solutions on the display and laptop and workstation front, all the way through the Dell EMC contributions of servers, storage, and networking, with VMware and the other software, middleware, and application support layers that we need for Dell Technologies to produce a truly end-to-end media and entertainment solution. One of the most exciting things that we're doing here at the show is putting together a number of those components to form Studio as a Service, where if you have a project where you need to spin up editorial seats for 3 months or shorter or longer, you can get Studio as a Service coming from Dell Technologies in order to spin up an editorial seat for a few months while you're developing that pilot and hoping it turns into a series. The technology called PC over IP from our partner Teradici is enabled by a virtualized version of their host card called Cloud Access Software and software versions of their Teradici client or a hardware thin client from Wise, one of the Dell companies. So in between, we can put together all of the software, hardware, and middleware to provide Studio as a Service, which eliminates you from having to configure an edit bay for a project which may be a short term.
Hi, I'm Brendan Doyle. I'm a solution architect for Google Cloud, focusing on media and entertainment. Today I'm showing off some stuff that we worked with Elastifile and Teradici to put together a virtual studio for visual effects. Really it's accessing our network, which is a large part of the power of Google Cloud. A large part of our customers actually have multiple locations, and utilizing the network they're able to move their workflows from different places to enable workflows around the globe. So I'm showing off both software as a service and infrastructure as a service rendering. So this is what our network looks like today. We're basically running off of a Zero client that is connected through conference internet, which is like a worst case scenario for most people, but fortunately our friends at Teradici have prepared us for that in their PC over IP protocol, which is a variable bit rate compression. Super awesome. So we're not connecting through a connection broker today because we're only using a single workstation, but we have a workstation which is a virtual machine inside of the cloud using an NVIDIA graphics card. We are using an Elastifile scale-out file system to store all of our data, and we're using OpenQ to serve up a bunch of different render hosts which are also on the cloud. So in this scenario, what you could do is you have a centralized storage device that can be accessed by multiple virtual workstations and a render farm, in essence, a virtual studio. So as a artist in a virtual studio, I can open up Maya and move around quite easily. You can see as you move around, because our network connectivity is not that great, we have a compressed image. As soon as I stop on a frame, PC over IP will get us to an uncompressed and color accurate way of looking at imagery, which is super delightful.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex Alvarado. I'm a concept artist with Qumulo, and so with this one we're going to be showing off ZBrush, and this is all of this is running through Cloud Studio. So this setup that I have right here, none of this is a computer. Like, this is just my Zero client that I'm using to connect to our Cloud Studio, which all I need really is just a solid internet connection. So these are just input devices. So none of this is happening here. All of of this is taking place within the cloud, and I'm able to get workstation, top-level workstation performance through the cloud, which I've never ever experienced before. Before working at Qumulo, being able to see this kind of equipment in action. Some of the key things that are very important for my kind of workload is being able to have something that is performant. Like, I don't want to have to think about, oh, is my hardware working, or do I have enough memory? Is my graphics card fast enough? It just needs to work, and this works. And so I'm only limited by my abilities and by my imagination. So just work at the speed of creativity.
Hi, I'm Kevin Booth. I'm the Senior Business Development Manager for ThinkBox based in the UK. I'm here today at NAB 2019 to show our Studio in the Cloud solution. So Studio in the Cloud is an umbrella term for the various pillars of visual effects that we need to provide to our customers to enable them to create visual effects all in the cloud. So in this case, we're running a G3 workstation, which is a remote workstation based about 300 miles away from our location here, and we're getting very fast feedback, mainly down to the application of not just our streaming technology, but also the use of a thin client running the Teradici Cloud Access software. So the nice thing about the Teradici Access software is that the code is tuned for visual effects applications. This means that it supports things like the Wacom tablet, which is very important for artists. It's their main way of interfacing with 3D applications or editing applications such as Premiere, which we're running here. And you can see that the smooth playback that we're getting really does make you feel like you're working with a local workstation than one that's sitting on the cloud. So the whole Studio in the Cloud concept means that you can run artistic level applications such as Premiere, which requires smooth playback of video footage, but we're also extending that out so that we can expand your studio to a much bigger sort of facility, really, using instances through EC2. So our EC2 instances allow you to render bigger projects you might be able to normally by spinning up extra workstations to help you render big 3D applications or using multiple machines. And all of this is done remotely using our Studio in the Cloud concept.
Hi, I'm Ian, Main Technical Marketing Principal at Teradici, and we're here at the NAB 2019 trade show, and we're looking at Teradici Cloud Access software running up in Microsoft Azure, and what we have is a virtual machine graphics running on in the Texas region, running Avid Media Composer, which is fantastic. We're demonstrating today our PCI-IP Ultra enhancements, which we announced recently, and what this gives us the ability to do 4K UHD running any application. In this case, we've got Avid Media Composer at high frame rates, so on Azure, which is fantastic. So here I've got an Avid suite, and you could see we've got a really high interactive display. We're talking about a 4K content, and this is all managed from Cloud Access Manager in the cloud, and using Teradici's components. You can see here's a video. If we run this video here, you can see we're getting full frame rate video running on a 4K display with Cloud Access software managed by Teradici Cloud Access Manager.